Islam. It is Rajab the 16th, and I am the Mahdi here to teach about the nigga mind. True love don't die. I title this name of this day. I pray through the Shifa of my ancestors to Allah for protection and success in delivering its message. And I seek refuge through Allah against the devil. I was sent to remind the so-called black men and women of America and the West about who the fuck they are. O children of Israel, O Moors of the West, hearkening to the words of the Mahdi. According to Moore's law, the nigga mind was indeed written. So let's begin. Allah says, it was written that Bani Israel would forsake the knowledge of the master teachers. 44:32. And this was written indeed in the Gospel of Barnabas, where Jesus said, "Cursed be everyone who shall insert into my gospel, saying that I am the Son of God, or I am God." At these words, the disciples felt as almost dead. Yes, the master teacher, the Lord, Yeshua, Ibn Maryam, definitely prophesied this very happening, because the so-called Negro in the West can't stop calling Jesus God, can't stop worshiping Jesus like the Son of God. But it was written that Israel will forsake the knowledge of the master teachers. That's why the Mahdi had to come. That's why the Mahdi had to rise in the West. Ain't that right? Actually, it was prophesied. The prophet said the Mahdi will first appear in the end time from the farthest west. Why the West, you may ask? It is because Allah says, I made the story of Moses a preview and analogy for the last generations. So in the Quran, Allah is predicting, giving the people a preview of the last generation, that the story of Egypt will be made an analogy, and nobody knows symbolism better than the Mahdi, ain't that right? Just take a look at this picture right in front of you. You can see the first sign. What is an analogy? Let's go to the definition. A relationship or resemblance or equivalency between two things. So Allah said that the story of Moses will be an analogy. And Allah says it will also be a preview for the last generation. So you will see another Egypt. There will be another nation that will resemble and have the equivalence to ancient Egypt in the story of Moses. America, without question, is Egypt. Do you need a little reminder? Yeah. That's in 2021 right there, huh? Do you need a reminder of what it was like in ancient Egypt for the black man? Do you need any more evidence? Are you living in Egypt, Negro? Let's go further. Allah went as far as to say that I shall break up the children of Israel throughout the entire earth. This was also another sign to point to the resemblance of Egypt. Allah will make the story of Moses an analogy for the last day. This is why the Mahdi had to rise in the West, because the one who will come to these people in Egypt, aka America, will be from their bloodline. Ain't that right? And he will play the role of Moses. Allah says, and what could stop the people from believing when divine guidance comes to them and seeking the Lord's forgiveness, except that the culture of the ancestors has come to them, or an immediate attack? All right, the culture of the ancestors or an immediate attack. These two things happened to the so-called Negro. He was raped He was forced to have ancestral relationships with his own mother, his own sister, his own daughter sometimes, right? But breaking, they was making them faggots, fucking them in the ass, and sacrificing babies. So that's what stops the so-called black man and black woman from believing in the Mahdi, is that they have a nigga mind that have been inherited generation after generation after being scattered and displaced, given a new name, a culture, and history, right? These aforementioned traumatized terrorist activities by the white man, by the Pharaoh, right? Because we know that the Pharaoh was the greatest brute and bully of all time. So Allah says it will be an analogy for the last day, a preview. You will see the same behavior in the last generations. And there's no one more brutal and beastly and terroristic than a white man. All right? These type of things are demonic, right? Raping someone, you're forcing someone to have sexual relationships with your family members, homosexuality, and baby sacrifices. These are all demonic rituals, a form of magic, right? Allah says in 2:102, they follow what was given to devils, what causes separation between the sexes. So the devil has knowledge on how to create gender war, right? Because when they raped, when they forced the incest, when they did the homosexual acts and they killed the baby, when they did all this during slavery, this breeded another type of mentality in the man, the black man. Ain't that right? Right? You raped this woman, you sacrificed his baby, right? And you fucked him in the ass, and you made him have sex with his parents. You sold him on different plantations, right? And the black man didn't do shit about that. So you're gonna breed a coward. You're gonna get a coward as a result, right? When this happens to the black man, he has lost his respect, his honor, and his leadership status. And when this is obvious, then you're gonna get the disloyalty from your woman. You've now created the nigga mind. Because in order to survive, in order to not have these type of evil activities, these demonic rituals being forced on your people, as a black man, you will submit, or you will either fight to your death for liberation, or you're gonna submit like a nigga. So once he submitted, then he lost his respect and honor and his leadership, that he can no longer be responsible over his woman. Because look at what just happened to you, son. So you got a coward, scared, and depressed brute, or you have a coward, scared, and depressed buck, right? Because even though you can be as strong as LeBron James, or you can be as swole as Hulk Hogan, and you black, if you have a nigga mind, it don't really matter. You can be as muscular as those dudes in that picture right there, but if you have a nigga mind, it don't mean nothing to the white man. He ain't scared of you because you ain't gonna do shit. See, Willie Lynch was able to win the trust of the black woman over the black man, so that way that the children will be spared, because the shit that was happening to the children, the black man couldn't do shit to save them. So the black woman submitted to the white man authority. That right there created disloyalty in the black family. See, the devil, chapter 2:102, had knowledge and secrets on how to create gender war. He knew how to fuck up the family mentally. That's how you fuck up the family, is you fuck a man in his ass right in front of the damn people, right in the village. You cut the woman's belly open, you stomp on the fetus. You just stomp on that motherfucker and let the black man watch, and everybody on the plantation, right? You force the black man to fuck his mother or he dies. You lose your respect and your honor. What the fuck do you have now, black man? The black woman is looking so fucking helpless, so unprotected at this point. She submits to him. And the white man got her trust. Ain't that right? Allah says in 434, all men have full responsibility over the woman because Allah has preferred this. So the duty of a man is to be responsible for his woman. So the white man knew that. The devil knew that. He knew in order to get control in order to separate the gender role, get that woman. White man knew if he can get the black woman to eat from her hands like a dog, then he won't have to worry about the big old buck black man, the big old fucking Tiger Woods, Hulk Hogan looking nigga, because he got the nigga mind. Ain't that right? 7189 Allah says, I created man from one person, and from this one person I made him a reflection. That's why the sun follows the moon, because you see this symbolism, these analogies, the fact that the woman comes from the man, she comes from him physically. When this happened, when this terrorism, this trauma happened to the black man during slavery, half of him was gone when he lost the trust of his black woman. When she betrayed him for the white man, when she went to that white man, half of him was gone, because half of him was made, pardon me, half of him Allah took from him and made a woman to be his reflection. Allah says it's Zawja 7189. So half of a man is missing when he don't have the loyalty of his woman. Ain't that right? Gotta give praises to the ancestors who were tired and sick and tired of being a nigga mind. Harriet Tubman, Nat Turner, Frederick Douglass. Okay? We got to talk about Khalid Muhammad, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, P. Huey Newton. These men were tired of the nigga mind. Elijah Muhammad. But the masses of black people did not rid themselves from that demon. You've been sexually demonized. These are some sick motherfuckers we're talking about. These are the pharaohs of today. When the white man won the black woman's trust, half of the black man was robbed. He's not his full self, because he don't even have his woman. The responsibility of the woman is on the man. Today, the black woman runs the fucking relationship. She's in charge now. Today, you see the black woman walking in front of the man, talking the most shit. And if a black man want to correct her, guess who she gonna call? The white man. The black man can't even get angry enough. He can't even get strong enough to take his respect and honor back, because she gonna scream to that white man, and that white man gonna put your ass in jail. Do I need to show some more pictures? This is the reality. The black man today walking around here thinking he a somebody because he got some money, and the white man, well, the white man don't give a fuck about his money. The white man has already won in the economics. That nigga is 300 years over you. 300 years of free labor. He built his ass a super economy, an enterprise, and now the Negro today think he gonna catch up. You's a dumb motherfucker. Instead of standing up for your black nation, instead of getting your fucking respect and your honor back, you want to be a nigga with the nigga mind. I'm talking to these black men out here. They want to be walking around here like they somebody, but their own fucking woman don't even respect them. And that's why all these other races here in Harlem and all over the United States don't respect black men, because their own fucking woman, who Allah placed under their responsibility, don't even respect them. Half of them niggas is missing. You still got a nigga mind. That's why you got single mothers, you got orphans out here, right? You got black on black crime, you got jealous motherfuckers, liars, cheaters. You got gender confusions, niggas want to be women and women want to be like men, right? You got shame and mockery all up on the black man because he don't want to take his respect and his honor back. This is proof that they are the children of Israel. This is proof that this is Egypt. See, every single generation that comes out the black woman is like mental insanity, self-destruction, self-destructive people. This is the story of Moses here. See, when a so-called Negro realizes that he is a descendant of a slave, walking around with a nigga mentality, and he'll get his honor and respect back, then his black woman will respect him. When he want to stand up and fight for his black nation, when he want to stand up for his honor and respect, then that black woman has she now has a reason to come back. Other than that, she'll never fucking respect the black man. Never. So this is a wake up to the black men. The white man is Dunkin' Donuts. Get it? The white man is Dunkin' Donuts, getting richer, corrupting the fucking world, and watching Abraham's children Open genocide. This is an open genocide, black man. Every single generation is being raised up with a nigga mentality because you don't want to stand up for your people. You don't want to stand up and fight back, nigga. So the white man is Dunkin' Donuts. Get it? He's Dunkin' Donuts, nigga. Just getting paid, getting money, and watching your stupid ass in a nigga mentality. You better wake up. You better wake up because the Mahdi came to wake your ass up. Right on. Chapter 7, 157, Allah says, they shall follow the messenger, the mother of all prophets, who removes from them the chains. Why would Allah say that as a metaphor? That the Prophet Muhammad will remove the chains from the so-called Negro. Allah revealed this verse specifically for the children of Israel. It's because it was written that the so-called children of Israel, the so-called Negro, he would indeed forsake the master teachers. And this is why the Mahdi had to rise in the West. Because I'm like Moses today, sent to the children of Israel, which is the so-called black man and black woman of America, the descendants of slaves, the descendants of trauma, the descendants of terrorism. Black man, it's time for you to get your honor and your respect back if you give a fuck about your ancestors. So we're going to wrap it up. We're going to close it out with some reminders so you can know exactly who you are. Right on? RGY. Aya.